hard metal outfit. So it's going to be a very interesting show. It's going to happen Tuesday night, March the 11th at the Agora. It's not happening until the spring. AgoraCleveland.com will have all the details for you. But if you're a metal fan, it's going to be a good show. 2 for Imminence and their friends. Caller 10, these are yours. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Pro tip, if a cop pulls you over and they hear you listening to this, they're probably just going to let you go. Because, you know, they figured you suffered enough.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
$35192. Want to send me a text? Want to watch the show? Go to the Alan Cox Show YouTube channel. You'll find it there. Is there anything else going on at AgoraCleveland.com? I mean, I always send people there
I know.
for when I'm giving away tickets. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't forgetting anything.
December 28th, Bill Squire's Chris McQuanzica is back with Mary Santora, Elijah Nevels, Liz Blanc.
Is
Joe
Mary
Briggs.
Santora the comedian who's leaving the Alan Cox Show?
Are you
Correct.
mad at me?
What?
Are you mad at me?
Me? No, I'm not. Why?
I don't know.
No, I'm just playing.
Okay.
No.
Just caught off guard. I'm very confused.
No,
with
I
this
get it.
entire
I understand.
situation. So I was like, maybe Alan's mad at me.
I'm not mad at I fully
Say it.
understand. I would love to have you still on the show, but I fully understand. I get it. It's a lot, man.
Yeah. Okay.
You riding the train. I trust me, I get it. But between Pound Cake and you know, it's a bummer.
It's a crazy year.
It's a crazy year. That's right.
I mean, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's been a strange day. It's been
This is going to get weirder.
Weird day.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
feel
Bill,
like.
I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Anyway, the
Chris
Agora.
McQuanzica.
Chris McQuanzica, December 28th. Come see Mary again.
Again.
And me, and it's going to be a great lineup. It's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe Santa Claus will be there.
See, we'll be off the air then. We'll be
Yeah.
on our winter break. So
Our winter break's long this year,
it's
too.
long, just the way that the calendar works out.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't like to be off that much. But also, it's friggin' December, and who cares? And everybody's listening is weird anyway when you get into like the last month of the year. So yeah, we're going to be off for like 3 full weeks in December, which I really don't
Mary's
like to
gonna
be
be
off
off
that long.
forever.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like Chris McQuanzica is going to happen after her last show with
Right.
us. And by the way, that's if she makes it to the end of the year. She
Are
might
you firing me?
No. I'm saying that you could go, I thought I could do it until December. I can't. No.
I'm not going to leave you guys high and dry like that.
Well, okay, I'm not even saying that. I'm not putting it in that context. I'm saying if you go, I'm going crazy. I don't want you to burn yourself out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, I mean, that was the catalyst for making this decision to begin with.
Yeah,
was
I know.
In the summer, I was starting to feel really, really burnt out doing both, waking up, getting to radio. If I had meetings or spots or commercials or whatever I had to do before that, coming in early and then being on air until 6:30 and then having shows at night and then not getting back to my apartment until 2 a.m.
Yeah, I understand.
It's just a lot. So that was kind of, I was feeling that very heavy this summer, which is why I messaged you guys in, I think it was like around Labor Day. And I was like, hey, I'm going to finish out the rest of the year, but I don't think, I can continue. Made it very clear, no bad blood, no nothing like that.
Yeah.
Got to focus. So I guess I'm shocked. I feel as shocked as the audience because I have not heard a word from anyone. I haven't gotten an email. Nobody has said anything to me.
Well, they also didn't want me to say anything this early. But it's my show.
It is.
And I'm not going to wait until the week before. Because I told them, guys, quite frankly, I don't want to spend the first month of 2025 answering all of the audience's questions because I gave them 3 days to hear about it.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
now I did blurt it out earlier, and
Sure.
I'd be lying if I said I had planned on doing that, but whatever, there it is. And it's fine. and we'll talk about listen, it'll get mentioned again. You can come in all gussied up and it'll be fine.
I guess that's why I was like, "Are you mad at me? Is
No,
he
I'm
acting
not.
out? Is he throwing a temper tantrum?"
This year would have been between you and Pound Cake. It would have been a lot easier if I was mad at you guys. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Pound Cake's like, I got to get the hell out of here. I got to get it. I go, I love you, but I fully understand. And it's the same with you.
Yeah. And I
It's
even
not,
said
there
that,
isn't a drop of bad blood.
I said that in the email where I was like, I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I just,
I get it.
It's
Hey,
a lot of work.
I can't
for
believe
not
we
that
had
much
you for the
payoff.
whole year, frankly.
Do you think I was just going to be like, okay, bye? Like Cody, like just on a Monday, I'm like, hey guys, I'm done Wednesday.
But those are the contingencies I have to plan for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody is nobody's obliged to do anything. So I need to plan for those things. So
Can I just put this out there? I do not have any hiring power, and I'm already getting messages like, "Hey, can I replace?"
no.
Mary? Please don't message me.
This is not going to be this free for all, by the way, where
Yes.
like randos go, "Oh, I can do that."
Yes.
Trust me, you can't.
Please
So
do not
I have
even send me.
I'll
any
have
messages.
I have people working on names that I'll go through, and I'll talk to some people that, you sitting in your basement trying to be funny is not what I'm looking for. So with all due respect.
Okay, but are you sure? I have an idea.
Send them all to Mary.
You split time between. You have Brian in once a day for a segment. For
Your
boyfriend?
boyfriend replace
No.
Alan with Brian.
For Name That Tune.
Oh, that Brian.
Singer Brian.
Yeah.
You have him in for Name That Tune for one segment a day. Each segment is a different person. You have a full segment of Dick from Dayton. You have a full segment of Bridget. You have a full segment of Keith Kennedy.
Oh God, I had a girl leave a message on the app, and I don't know what she listens to the show for, because she just rattles off everything she hates about the show.
And it's all of us?
No, it
Oh.
sounds like mostly me.
Oh,
Where is that?
yeah, she's listening.
Hey, Alan, this is Caitlin. Just wanted to call in and provide you with some hopefully constructive feedback. In no particular order, all of what I'm about to mention are all horrible segments. Any episode that doesn't have Mary on it or a female presence, I would immediately delete and will not listen to. Any segment with Brian or Wilhelmina or Mozgov or Satan, Dick from Dayton segments, and when you list off your bureau chiefs. I'm sure there's many more, but just those are the ones that come up off the top of my head at the moment. Other than that, genuinely love the show.
You do? What?
she loves
I'm
it.
gonna need a follow-up message about the things you genuinely like. So she doesn't like when I do bits.
She doesn't like any of your bits.
Doesn't
'cause
like
she
any.
didn't-
Right.
She
She's-
didn't say Press Bilton. She didn't say Mayor Science Fair. She didn't say the
Right.
Get Down. She only mentioned your bit.
Hey, I hate everything you do. Other than that, I really like the show. You know what that means?
What?
Oh, I'm gonna do Mozgov. I'm gonna do Wilhelmina. I'm gonna do all of it.
That's who's replacing me. All
No,
of
that's
Alan's,
funny.
all of Alan's
Hey,
personalities.
I'm sure there are more I don't like, but those are the ones that spring to mind. But otherwise, I think it's all great. I'm going to need a follow-up on that because unless that's a full-on troll, in which case, well done, because that's funny. But I'm not getting that vibe. But when Mary's got, boy, she's really not going to like 2025. I mean, I'm sure we'll have some
Someone eventually.
chick on the show, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get some. We'll get his.
You'll get a new hole.
Yeah, I'll get a new hole.
Hole, it's so gross.
That's the worst.
It's so 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, whatever. Anyway, Chris McQuanzica at the Cleveland Agora on December the 28th.
Tickets on sale this Friday.
On sale this Friday. No, listen,
Pre-sale Wednesday with code word buzzard.
I was reading a thing on what you should and shouldn't eat if you're tired all the time.
Uh-oh. I bet I'm
Because,
eating all of it.
huh?
I said, I bet I'm eating all of it. All the things I'm not
I mean, you
supposed
just
to.
change your diet and stay on the show, lazy butt.
Lazy butt.
You're right. That's it.
Well, I think we all know what you're not supposed to eat before bed, right? You're not supposed to be sitting there with a bag of chips. You're not supposed to have anything with Basically, everything that tastes good, you're not supposed to eat right before bedtime. You're not supposed to have caffeine. You're not supposed to have like heavy meals. Everybody knows that, right? If you drink late at night, that's not all the thing that's fun and or tastes good.
That you do at night.
That's what messes with people's. Like, I don't eat anything between 8 p.m. and noon. It's just how I am. The last thing I feel like doing when I wake up is eating. And so
Opposite.
I'm sorry?
Exact opposite.
I think a lot of people are. A lot of people wake up and they're like, I'm so hungry. And
I'm hungry if I don't eat a meal within like an hour of being awake, I'm pretty difficult to be around.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are that way.
I'm excited. I'm like, hey, you're allowed to eat again because you slept.
You're allowed to eat again. Hey, I put in
this is the time of day when people eat. So I'm going to eat.
I put in a good night's sleep. Yeah. Now I get my reward. Mm-hmm. And what do you eat? Do you have like a standard thing you eat in the morning? Never. Okay.
Whatever's around.
Whatever's around.
Yeah.
So you don't have like a...
I never grocery shop. I'm so bad at it.
Well, then what's around?
I don't know. Whatever was left over from wherever I was eating the night before.
Oh,
I'll
see.
Go out and get something.
Last night's dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, hey, who's up? You want to go get some breakfast? Let's go get some breakfast.
Bill sends the "you up" text in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's the most... That is very much me.
For breakfast.
You up? You feeling like getting some breakfast?
Hey, how you feel about some flapjacks?
Yeah, I'm not much of a flapjacks guy.
All right.
I mean,
you don't
want to
get your starches in there.
I like a more traditional eggs and meat.
Yeah, I got you.
Breakfast.
Eggs and bacon.
Eggs, bacon. Love the corned beef hash, but it's got to be the cheap dog food kind. It can't
cheap dog food.
It needs to look like Alpo. It can't. It comes
and it's
out of a
be
can.
burnt to a crisp, basically on each side.
It looks like hominy.
Yeah.
So good.
It's so much
when we
better.
lived in Ohio City, I'm sure it's not the only one, but it's the one I remember. When we lived in Ohio City, there was a marathon station there, and I would always get gas there because they were open 24 hours. And the sign in the window said corned beef because they had a sandwich counter. But the corned was in quotation marks, and I never understood that. I'm sure there's a lot of convenience shops that make sandwiches that have that same sign. I never figured out why corned was in quotation marks.
Yeah.
Because corned beef is a thing, and I'm like, I would understand if beef was in quotation marks.
There's nothing more disappointing when you're like, hey, what? And you're like, tell me about your corned beef hash, and they're like, oh, we make it in-house. I'm like,
nobody's asking for that.
I want it out of a can. Or to at least be like super blended up so it basically looks like dog food.
Oh, you don't want house-made corned beef hash?
No.
I want the stuff that
right out of the can.
Or as long as it's like blended up in like that kind of consistency, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Yeah, I don't go for the corned beef hash. I don't really have anything.
You eat a half a cantaloupe.
No, I don't do that either.
In a like 1 quart of cottage cheese.
No, I do not do that. Cottage cheese is at night. That helps you sleep. No, I got nothing against corned beef hash. I think it is good. It just I would not eat that in the morning.
That's when you eat it. It's breakfast.
No, I get it. I mean, it's
breakfast food.
No, but on this thing, they're like, here's what you don't eat before bed, but here's what you do eat before bed for your sleep hygiene.
What am I supposed to eat before bed?
Bananas.
No.
Almonds.
Come on. This
cherries.
is just your diet.
No, I'm reading it here.
Squeezy salads.
Bananas. I haven't had one of those in a few weeks. Now, do you feel better or worse?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Both.
Bananas, almonds, cherries, oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Turkey. Imagine having a big bowl of oatmeal before bed. Kiwi.
Allergic.
Greek yogurt. And warm milk. Those are things that, if you're really trying to laser in on your sleep hygiene, I'll tell you, it's kind of loud at my house later at night because I always have my banana, almond, cherry, oatmeal, turkey, kiwi, Greek yogurt, warm milk smoothie that I'm making.
Sounds disgusting.
Oh, it is. But I don't sleep like a baby after I have it either. So maybe you're not supposed to put all of them together. But, everybody kind of also has their own thing that makes their mechanism work. I think there are things they can tell you that are universally bad. It's why acid reflux and heartburn medications sell through the roof. because people are eating awful stuff right before they go to bed, and then they can't figure out, they're like, oh, I'm burping all night or whatever.
That happened last night. We dropped the stepkid off at her mom's, and then we were like, man, we're hungry. We don't feel like cooking. And so we just stopped at Chipotle, and I had the new brisket tacos. But I got too much hot sauce on it, and it was like 9:30. My flight was at 5 a.m. this morning. So we were already pushing it, still being awake. So both of us ate a bunch of Chipotle with a ton of hot sauce. And then
You flew out this morning.
I flew out this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a 5 a.m. flight this morning.
Oof.
And so Brian drops me off on his way to work, and then he takes a nap in his car at the garbage place. But so anyway, we're laying there, and
It's
we're
crazy
like,
the things people do for love.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Lose an hour of sleep.
Yeah.
We were laying there, and we're both like burpy and gassy, like not farting, but like uncomfortable from having spicy food
Because
so
you needed
late.
the fart.
Yeah, well, and
And
then
you
we were
wouldn't?
like, we're not going to see each other for a month, so we should probably have sex. But then we were both like, this is not. I can't do this right now. Like, I feel full and sick and spicy and...
Yeah! And not in a good way.
Right.
Full and sick and spicy.
Yeah.
I mean,
So where is hot sauce on the list of things you should eat before bed?
it's not on
Top
there.
of the list.
Yeah.
Come on.
Put it on your banana.
Not on there. Put it right on your banana. Peel your banana naked, cover it in hot sauce, and you're off and running. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. And
Wait, I thought you introed this by saying it's foods that make you tired.
no, if you're concerned about your sleep hygiene, there are
Oh.
foods that are really bad to eat before bed and foods that are good to eat before bed. The implication being the ones that are good will help you sleep. Like they always say cottage cheese is really good before bed because I don't know if it has magnesium in it or what it is, but there's something that, there are things that people will eat or drink before they. It's not like you have cottage cheese and you're, zonked out in 5 minutes, but there are things that if you must eat before you go to bed, there are obviously better choices than others. But people got lives to lead too. You come home drunk, you're like, I'm going to make a Hot Pocket, on Tuesday night or whatever. That might not be the way to go.
Hey Alan, it's Eric in Penn Hills, Pennsylvania. I'm out getting pizza and I was reminded of Papa Giuseppe and his Pizzatorium. Now, I never really gave it much thought, but how big is a Pizzatorium? I mean, there's a Pizza Hut for scale. Are we talking like 5 Pizza Huts would form like one Pizzatorium perhaps? Did you take over like an old Giant Eagle or something?
That's a good question.
It's actually an old Kmart.
No, that was the problem we had is that they were so small.
Oh.
You remember this,
It's hard to remember.
It's hard to
'cause
remember.
Been so
I know.
long and
I
so
know.
pretend.
Yep. But Papa Giuseppe's, they were right next door to each other in Little Italy. And so we took the pizza and the concept of the vomitorium. And so we had lots of hallways. That was a problem. Lots of points of egress. So we had so many problems because our restaurants were only 1,000 square feet. So it was mostly hallways. And so people couldn't find their ways
hallways.
around. I'm sorry?
I like those hallways.
Yeah.
They're comforting.
Yeah, very, very, very comforting.
Long, silent, full of debris.
Yeah. And so it didn't do that well. But to answer your question, it can be whatever you want it to be. The Pizzatorium is not so much a place, it is a frame of mind. That's how I always look
It's a
at it.
feeling. It's a vibe.
It's a feeling, yeah. Here in Northeast Ohio, by the way, it is horny deer season. They are in rut. So make sure that you're aware. I mean, I have to imagine that people that live near wooded areas, it's way worse. I mean, out where I am, there are deer everywhere. And I'm in a fully suburban area. There are parks and things, but I mean, I was going to the gym this morning, and obviously it's October, so it's dark until 7 a.m. and I'm leaving my house at 5:30. And, the bright's on immediately because I'm like, I got to go 5 miles an hour because there's going to be deer jumping out. And sure as shrimp, I mean, I get around my corner and there's just 2 deer standing there in the middle of the road. And this is mating season. So, that and I do cover myself in urine.
Come on.
And that,
Whose urine, though?
huh?
Who's urine?
Mary, I don't know because I get it off Amazon. So don't ask me, and I won't ask them. We have a don't ask, don't tell policy. I don't ask, therefore I can't tell you. I'm sorry?
It's not Dr. Squatch's urine.
Dr. Squatch. It might be. It might be knockoff Squatch. But yeah, so these deer, wherever you are, they are ready to hump. And so that means that it's very, I think, analogous to humans. You know, when humans are ready to hump, we're not always making great decisions either. Our heads are all in a froth. Thing with these deer, they have more of a biological imperative than we do. We're usually out there doing it recreationally. But just be on the lookout. If you see like a couple of, you see a deer rubbing themselves on a tree or something, I would say don't be out there jogging in shorts that are too short. That's just a tip from me to you.
That's a good tip.
20,000 deer-related accidents per year in the state of Ohio. And a lot of those you can count for mating season. So, you know, be on the lookout for this. It ends next month, but technically go. And again, you deer hunters know all about this. You De Niro's and you John Cazales, and you know all about this. But for the people who are not hip to this, because deer aren't afraid of us anymore, right? There's no natural predators. They don't even look at us like that. And so I guess
They don't have any natural, not like a bear. They don't have, or an alligator.
In Ohio, no.
Not in Ohio, but in general.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm talking about Northeast Ohio where we all live and drive. No.
Foxes are so little.
Yeah, they're tiny. No.
I don't know.
So I think that the modern
Maybe
predator,
a coyote if they get a bunch of them. But...
modern predator of the deer is the automobile.
Yeah.
So,
are you telling me there's no Lake Erie alligators?
I don't think that there are.
Not
I don't
since you
know.
left. They all killed themselves.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not supposed to be there. I mean, there are a lot of things that are landing where they're not supposed to be anymore, but I don't know. I'm going to take a break here. I want to go see King Diamond. Boy, I sure do. I am always excited when King Diamond is back on tour and in Northeast